Welcome to the action. Get ready for a massive showdown as the Milwaukee Brewers face off against the Chicago Cubs in a crucial matchup that could change the landscape of the NL Central. We are diving straight into the details of this rivalry renewal and what makes this series so explosive for fans. Improvement, and we examine the pitching progress of key starters like Michael McGreevy and Kyle Leahy as they prepare for these critical tests. And finally, the Cubs are making a key move in their bullpen. Chicago is activating relief pitcher Caleb Thielbar from the injured list, bringing back a potent arm with a history of success to help them navigate this tight race for the NL Central crown. Stay with us, because we have all the updates on this thrilling baseball action. The Milwaukee Brewers are set to kick off what promises to be an exciting series of the season against the Chicago Cubs on the road at Wrigley Field, starting Monday night. The matchup marks the first time the two teams will face off in the 2026 season. Currently, the Cubs lead the National League Central standings, while the Brewers are tied for second place with the St. Louis Cardinals, trailing the Cubs by 1.5 games. The series schedule features matchups across 3 days. Monday featuring Brandon Sproat against Shota Imanaga, Tuesday with Jacob Misiorowski facing Ben Brown, and Wednesday with Kyle Harrison pitching against Edward Cabrera. Pitching matchups are highlighted as key to the contest. Rookie Brandon Sproat has shown significant promise, while Jacob Misiorowski is emerging as a potential National League Cy Young Award contender. Kyle Harrison has been a standout performer, posting a 2.09 ERA over 8 starts. On the Cubs side, star pitcher Shota Imanaga has been performing well with a 2.32 ERA in his 9 starts, and Ben Brown has posted a 1.6 ERA in his 14 appearances. Conversely, off-season addition Edward Cabrera has struggled, posting a 4.06 ERA in his first 9 outings for Chicago. While both teams are considered among the league's elite, Milwaukee is currently trending upward. The Brewers have won 8 of their last 10 games and have retained key players like Jackson Chourio, Andrew Vaughn, and Christian Yelich in their lineup. The Cubs, however, are struggling, recording a 4-6 record over their last 10 games and suffering from a 2-game losing streak heading into the series opener. The implications for the standings are significant. A Brewers sweep would flip the standings, putting Milwaukee 1.5 games ahead of the Cubs by the series conclusion. A 2-game sweep for Milwaukee would place them a half game ahead. Analysts suggest the Brewers hold the current advantage, provided the team maintains its pitching consistency and avoids further setbacks with key players. The series is shaping up to be a compelling battle between two strong contenders. The Milwaukee Brewers secured a decisive 9-3 victory over the Chicago Cubs in the opening game of their series this season, highlighted by a significant performance from Jake Bauers. Bauers blasted a 3-run home run in the 5th inning, driving in 4 runs to give the Brewers an early 8-0 lead. The Brewers' offensive firepower was evident, with Christian Yelich going deep for the 2nd consecutive day, contributing to a 13-hit attack that propelled them to a 9-2 record in their last 11 games. Bauers' performance was part of a 9-game hitting streak, where he has hit 2 home runs and recorded 8 RBIs, currently batting .438. In addition to Bauers' power, he also hit an RBI single in the 4th inning. The Brewers' win solidifies their position in the NL Central, as they secure the division lead within a half game of Chicago. Meanwhile, the Cubs struggled significantly, losing their 7th game in 9 and facing a challenging night. Left-hander Shota Imanaga had a poor outing, allowing 8 runs on 9 hits in 4 3/4 innings, marking his worst start of the season. The Brewers' pitching staff also performed well, with Brandon Sproat surrendering 3 runs and 3 hits, before Shane Drohan secured the win by pitching 4 3/4 innings of 4-hit ball. The series continues as the Brewers look to build momentum. St. Louis Cardinals manager Oliver Marmol downplayed the upcoming stretch of games against National League Central rivals, emphasizing that the focus remains internal rather than on the opposition. The Cardinals are entering a 12-game series against teams from the NL Central, a division that has seen a resurgence in 2026. Entering the series, the NL Central is unique as all its teams are above .500, led by the Cubs. The Cardinals, currently holding a 27-19 record, have demonstrated strong performance, including a dominant 71-49 record at home and a solid 60-53 record on the road. The Cardinals have secured an impressive 15-8 run away from Busch Stadium. The schedule includes games against the Pirates, followed by trips to Cincinnati and Milwaukee before facing the Cubs. Marmol stated that the upcoming games are not a litmus test for the team's legitimacy, but rather opportunities to focus on internal improvement. He stressed, "We're focusing one game at a time, and we're not concerned with who is across the way or in that other clubhouse. We've got to take care of our business and continue to get better at every aspect of the game, and everything else will take care of itself." But the focus right now isn't on the opposition. It's on us and making sure we continue to get better. This contrasts with previous tests of fortitude, such as the end of April when the team faced playoff-tested Mariners. A key component of the Cardinals' recent success has been the improvement in starting pitching, with the team's starters maintaining a respectable 4.02 ERA, placing them 5th in the NL. Pitchers like Michael McGreevy and Kyle Leahy are among the top 3 starters in the NL in ERA. The team's overall ERA has improved significantly in May, sitting at 2.79 over 15 games. Pitcher Andre Palante highlighted the value of individual performances, noting how one pitcher's success can build team momentum. Meanwhile, Nolan Gorman's defensive improvements have been noted as a surprise factor for the season. The Chicago Cubs have secured an impactful relief pitcher in time for their upcoming matchup against the Milwaukee Brewers. Both teams are positioned as frontrunners in the NL Central race, making this game a crucial contest. The Cubs are receiving reinforcements as relief pitcher Caleb Thielbar has been activated from the 15-day injured list. This move comes after Thielbar was placed on the IL in late April due to a hamstring strain. Following a bullpen session on Friday, Thielbar appears to have recovered, and the Cubs plan to rely on the left-hander when healthy. Thielbar has demonstrated strong performance, posting a 3.12 ERA and an 11.5 KBB ratio over 11 appearances in 2026, and a 2.64 ERA with 56.13 KBB ratio in his first year with the Cubs in 2025. Chicago is looking to utilize Thielbar as a trusted option in the later innings. Entering Tuesday's game, the Cubs' bullpen sits at the 12th spot in MLB with a 3.75 ERA, and they are tied for the 7th fewest walks with 67 allowed, while their .232 batting average against ranks 10th. With Thielbar back in the mix, the Cubs anticipate further improvement in their bullpen rankings. The team is hopeful that the left-hander avoids any further injury setbacks, but now, if the game becomes tight, Thielbar stands ready as a potent option for the late innings.